guys, and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today I'm making some cute and easy DIYs with wooden beads. I'm going to be using these wooden beads as little berries for my little mini wreath. I'm taking a piece of floral wire and I'm just putting it through the bead, twisting it, and I'm using it kind of like a handle. I always have a foam little square that's from the Dollar Tree, and I use it when I'm working on little pieces like that. For my berries, all I'm doing is I'm putting Mod Podge on the berry, and then I'm putting this glitter that I got from Walmart. You can obviously use whatever glitter you have on hand, but I really love this Walmart iridescent one, and this is the fine one. And all I'm doing is just really heavily putting it on, and it turned out so super cute. While my beads are drying, I'm going to grab the Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white, and I'm going to first paint the top of my mini wreath. And before the paint dries, I'm grabbing that glitter that we got from Walmart that we just used, and I'm going to sprinkle it all over the top of the wreath. This made it look so pretty and elegant, and it had a little iridescent shimmer all over it. To embellish my little wreath, I'm actually recycling this ornament that I bought last year, and Dollar Tree also has it this year. And I'm taking off the greenery on top and also removing that bell. Then I'm going to cut off the greenery from that blob of glue that's holding it together. Now I'm just hot gluing the greenery to the bottom of the wreath, and then in the middle of that I'm going to hot glue my wooden beads that have dried. To hang this wreath, I'm using this elegant ribbon I bought a long time ago on eBay, and I'm just tying it off, and I'm going to hot glue the knot onto the back of the wreath. That way it's nice, clean, and beautiful. Today's video is also part of a collaboration. This collaboration is with my wonderful friend Lainey from Crafty Lainey. We also host a show together that's called Lainey and Nadia Show. I will link a few of our episodes down below, but go ahead and click on her link so you can check her out if you are new to her, and let her know that I have sent you. After one of our shows, we realized that we ordered the same stuff from BeeBeeCraft and decided to do the challenge together. Let's get back to the video. For this project, I'm going to be stringing some beads. The first thing I do is I grab a piece of jute cord and I put some tape on the end of it and just twist it into a point, cut off the excess, and that is how I'm going to thread my beads. Next, I'm measuring my string to be at least 30 inches, adding an inch or two, and cutting it off. Where I'm cutting it off, that is where I'm going to put a little clamp on so that when I'm threading, my beads are not going to go all over the table. I knew I did not want my string to be too long, so I measured 30 inches and left about an inch on both sides. Then I took the end that I did not put tape on and clamped it. You could clamp it with an office clip or anything you have. And I'm going to string the beads to my liking. And I'm just going to string the beads to my liking. I saw this project on a Pinterest, and if I can find whoever did it, I'm going to link it in the description box. I thought this was such a cute idea to decorate. Your doorknob. My wooden beads are all 14 millimeter in diameter, and as you can see, I have about 11 inches in beads here. and I felt like it was sufficient for my project. I just looped it, clamped it, and put it to the side for now. Now for the ribbon. I got this beauty for $1.97 at Joann Fabrics. This is a gorgeous burlap ribbon with some red lace, and I have been just looking for a project to use it for. This ribbon is 2.5 inches in width, and I cut off 32 inches to make my bow. After finding my middle, I made a simple bow, brought it together in the middle, and I tied it off with jute cord. Now I'm grabbing my beads and tying a knot with both ends, leaving about 1/2 inch between my beads and my knot. Now I'm grabbing a tag that I had in hand, and this one is 3 inches long, and first in pencil I'm writing the word home, and then I'm grabbing this paint marker. Now the paint marker is not the best in the world. I do believe this one is from the Dollar Tree, and because the way paint markers work is you press on them and the paint leaks out. Because I'm doing something really fine, what I do is I grab a piece of paper and have the pen leak out onto the paper. Then I dab my marker into the paint and use it as a paintbrush. Now I'm bringing out some scrapbooking vibes, you guys. This technique I used to use a long time ago when I was scrapbooking, and basically what I'm doing is to bring out the edges. I'm using that same paint marker and I'm just going around all the edges, and this will make the tag pop. It's definitely going to stand out because of the white outline of the tag. It turned out so cute. Let's bring this project all together. I'm grabbing my beads, and with the knot going below where I'm going to tie, I'm just tying the beads straight onto my bow. And I'm making a few ties to make sure that my little beads are going to be nice and secure. And I left mine a little bit loose, as you can see. I'm measuring another piece of jute twine, and I'm cutting off about 7 to 8 inches. Feeding it through my tag, and then I'm going to loop it right over the bow, tie it, and then I'm going to attach that little tie straight to the knots I've been making in the back. After I felt everything was securely tied to the center of my bow, I just cut off the excess jute twine, and I decided to add little ducktails to my ribbon. For this wreath, we are using a metal circle. I'll explain in a second where it came from. Some sort of centerpiece, a wired garland, some wooden beads, jute twine, and some of this sparkly vase filler. Grabbing this Dollar Tree wired garland and putting it around my circle here. And I used 6 pieces all together. Now with the wired circle, that is actually the top of a garbage can that's from the Dollar Tree. I used the garbage can in a previous project a while ago, and I will insert the video right here so you can see how I used the rest of the garbage can. But I kept the rim, I kept the top, and this is what I'm doing with the top of the Dollar Tree garbage can. Now for the centerpiece. I'm grabbing some of these wooden beads, and these are 14 millimeters each in diameter. And at first I put 7 on, then measured and realized I wanted 1 more, so then I added the 8th bead. The ornament I'm using in the middle of my beads is actually a Dollar Tree ornament that I used in the previous project. Originally it did look like this, but I really loved it empty and clean. Now to make sure the tree is going to be centered, I'm grabbing a little mini bead, and it's bigger than the little hole in the tree, and I'm just feeding it through, and that's just going to hold my Christmas tree centered without twisting in the middle of my wreath. Now I'm adding the same amount of beads to the right side that I already added to the left. After adjusting it to the height that I want, I'm going to attach both of the ends to the metal wreath. To decorate my wreath, I'm going to grab these vase fillers from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using the gold ones in different sizes and just hot glue them throughout the wreath. At this point, you can definitely stop and be done with the wreath, and I'll include a picture of what it would look like in a second, but I just felt like something needed to be put on the tree, so I continued and added a little bit of embellishment to the Christmas tree. To decorate the tree, I'm going to use another piece of wired garland about 4 inches in length, and I'm going to put it at the top of the tree. Now, if you're wondering why did I do that, there was greenery already on the tree. Yes, but that greenery was a lighter color and it would clash with my garland. This way, it matches and it looks really good. I'm just cutting that in the middle, hot gluing the garland pieces to the top of my tree, and then on top of that, I'm going to hot glue a gold little ball from the vase fillers. Well, that's it for the DIYs today. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up button and the little bell. And as always, let me know which DIY was your favorite. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.